Thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, we're going to be continuing with my spring cleaning and decorating series. In a previous video, I did my living room. I shared where I cleaned the rugs. I did a little bit over in my dining area. And today I'm going to be doing my kitchen and some other little parts of the home that I'll be doing some deep cleaning and getting it ready for the official start of spring. So if you'd like to see how it all comes together, keep watching. Now, before we can get into some decorating, we've got to do some deep cleaning. So I'm going to go ahead and start now with cleaning my granite stone in my kitchen area. I'm also going to seal it, which is something that I don't do often enough. I think you're supposed to do it every 6 months, and honestly, I probably get it done more like once a year, but that's okay. I'm getting it done now. It is important to do that periodically because it helps to protect your stone and keep it from staining and all of that. So it is important to do that. So I'm using this Wyman's granite cleaner to clean my tile. I'm also going to be doing my backsplash with that same granite cleaner, and then once that dries, I'm going to go in with the Rock Doctor granite sealer, and I'll put that on. It has to stay on the stone for about 3 minutes. Then you wipe it down. You have to wait 30 minutes before you replace anything on your cabinets or your countertops or whatever, so that it can be completely dry before you do that. So here I am going in with the granite and stone sealer. It's really an easy process. I don't know why I don't do it like I'm supposed to. But anyway, we're getting it done now. So I'm going ahead and spraying this down. Like I said, this has to stay on for 3 minutes. Then I wipe it off. Then it has to dry for 30 minutes. And as soon as I get it on, my stone already just starts to look so much better. And I'm glad of that because honestly, I'm kind of getting tired of this stone. I have had it now. Well, obviously, it's the same stone that I had when I built the house. It's the stone that I selected, and I'm over it. If money were no object, I always say that because I dream a lot as it relates to what I can do around my home. I would love to go in with some black marble. I think that would be so pretty. But anyway, for now, I'm going to go ahead and take care of what I have and be a good steward over that. So there's that. I'm also going to be cleaning my oven today, so I'm turning on the self-cleaning mode. And now this counter is dry and ready to receive decor, so I'm bringing out my decor. And I thought I'd try to switch up how I have things kind of laid out on this area, but you're going to see that I'm going to revert right back to the way that I had it because this is a very functional space and it works for me, so why change it, right? So I'm going in with my little faux plant here. I just love her. I got her from Home Goods maybe about a month or so ago. I've got my salt and pepper grinder here, so I'm just trying to polish these things up. They just get so smudged up from fingerprints and whatnot. So I'm going to clean those off and bring my oil and vinegar bottles back out here as well. Everything has been cleaned and sanitized, so it's looking really nice and sparkly, and I'm happy about that. I've got my cooking utensils here, and then this is my knife magnetic board. Now you do see some like spots on it, but it is clean. I'm not sure what I can do to get those out of there. I need to do some research to figure that out. I love this butcher block. I got it from Amazon, and it is linked in my Amazon store if anybody is interested. They are some wonderful knives. I have really been loving them. And I'm bringing back out my butter dish. I always have my butter dish right here so that I have my nice soft butter whenever I need it. I'm moving over here to the other side following that same process. I have cleaned it off. Now I'm putting my sealer on here, and it'll sit there for about 30 minutes. I normally don't put my Echo Show here in the kitchen, but I decided to try it out here. You know, I can have some widgets on there to tell me the weather. I can play my music. I can get recipes. I can turn on and off my lights and everything, you know, that type of thing. So I just thought I'd give it a try here. So I decided to set that right there in that space. So now this other side is all cleaned and has gone through the recommended wait time. And so now I'm bringing back out my toaster here. I tried to minimize the things that I have on my countertops. I do not like a lot of things on my counters. I like to see as much empty counter space as possible. I just like that type of look more than that. To me is a cluttered look, and I don't enjoy that for my home. So I try to keep it as simple as possible, but yet I like to have a little bit of decor out there. So I'm coming in here with my cookbook, and I've got this antique cutting board that I purchased some time ago. And I did decide to bring this vase out, and I debated on this because I'm like, this is kind of big, you know, but I decided to leave it here. I had my olives in the living room, and then when I decided to go with my some new stems that I had gotten, I definitely wanted to use my olives, so I decided to try them here, and I'm actually kind of liking that. I really had to think long and hard about it because it's kind of busy for me, but I like it. Change is good. Even if you're just rotating your existing decor pieces from one place to the next, it gives you a totally different look, and I love that. So now I'm going in and cleaning this microwave. It just gets to be such a mess, so I am going to give it a nice deep clean as well, so that's all done. And then I will be doing the top of my stove once the oven is all cleaned and everything. So that's kind of the process that I'm going through here. And I'm just using some Mr. Clean Freak in the microwave and just using that because it helps to get rid of some of those stubborn spots that are on here. Now this is my oven, and it has gone through the clean cycle, but it didn't come completely clean, but it definitely looks a lot better than it did before. But I'm going in now with just some oven cleaner and putting some elbow grease to it to try to get it as clean as I possibly can. It's not going to be perfect, but it definitely is going to be clean. But there are some stubborn spots here that just will not come out. I'm also going to take the time to clean my chairs here. Now this is not the same rag, by the way. I have a ton of rags out today for this process. But anyway, I'm cleaning some of these spots on my velvet chairs here. This probably wasn't the best idea or best choice for this space, but I love them so much. But luckily, they did come pretty clean, so I was happy about that. I've had these chairs for about 5 years. I got them from Wayfair, and they're holding up nicely, all things considered. So now I'm going ahead and doing my island. Same process. I cleaned it with the Wyman's first. Let that dry, and now I'm going in with my Rock Doctor to seal my countertops. And this is the area that's most important because I do a lot of my cooking prep on this side of the island because I have so much more space. It also gets water spots because the sink is here. So it's really important that I seal this area to preserve this marble. I wish it was marble to preserve this granite. Now this video is probably not going to be that long, but when I tell you this process took all day long, this is a lot of work. I mean, I did a lot of things off camera as well, but I didn't want to make the video too long and monotonous. So you know what it is to deep clean the kitchen. So we're going to move right on over to the decorating here. And on top of my refrigerator, I like to put a bowl up there or keep a bowl up there, and I put some type of bowl filler in there. I'm going to go ahead with these artichokes and put those up there. I love the artichokes, especially this time of year. They just add that pop of color, and I love the green, and so that's just the perfect thing to put there in that space. And since we're doing spring cleaning, what is spring without fresh florals? So I went to Trader Joe's, my favorite place to buy flowers these days, and I picked up some florals, and I'm going to create a little arrangement here in my larger vase. There is nothing like some fresh florals in the kitchen area. I just love that, especially once you've cleaned your kitchen. That's just the perfect treat. So you see I have my bucket of flowers here that I picked up from Trader Joe's, like I said, and I just love purple flowers in the springtime. And so I picked up these. I don't know what they are, but I just thought they were so pretty, and they look like they're pretty hardy, like they will give me at least 2 weeks. I'm hoping they will because I picked up quite a few of them, but they're really pretty. And I thought they would pair nicely with some white and little pops of yellow. So I'm just clipping off my greenery. I'm clipping the ends of the tips of the stems as well, just so that they can soak in the water and last as long as possible. And I'm just placing them down here in my vase. I will add the water once I kind of have them arranged the way that I want. But yeah, that's the process. It is amazing how much work it is to do your deep cleaning in your kitchen. There's just so many moving pieces. For me, I have a junk drawer in the kitchen. I wish I didn't, but I do. And it gets so out of hand. So I tackled that off camera, got that together finally. I mean, every year it seems like I go through this. Well, let me see, maybe I can get this type of organizers in here to keep it clean. Nothing seems to work. I really wish that I could get rid of it totally and just not even have a junk drawer because it just becomes a mess. But the things that are in there are things that I reach for often, and I just need a place for them to be. So that's what it is. Let me know in the comments below, do you have a junk drawer in your home? And if so, is it in your kitchen? I also like to steam my floors a couple times a year. I don't do it that often because they're not hardwood floors. They are the engineered wood. And so I don't want to have problems with my wood starting to lift and things like that. But a couple times a year, I definitely like to make sure that I do a really good steam cleaning. Other times of the year, I'm just using some antibacterial cleanser that's not that harsh on my floors or whatnot. So I do that to make sure that I do keep them nice and clean. But this is what this area is looking like now. That's my floral bouquet. It turned out so pretty. I just love the colors. Now, purple is definitely not a color that I typically would gravitate to as it relates to my flowers. But for the spring, I love purple. Now, it is the later in the day now, so I have my ambient light starting up to get ready for my evening vibes. So I have my picture lights on. I love this time of the day. When the lights start to come on, my candles start to come on, that type of thing, because I just enjoy my layered lighting that I have in my home. And by the time it really gets dark out, I'll start to turn off my overhead lighting and just enjoy, you know, my ambient lighting, and I can sit down, relax, watch TV, whatever. I just love it. I'm still adapting to the fact that I moved that table so that it's centered with the light there. But it's just so off. That's just so weird to me how they kind of place things in the home. But you know what? I'm thankful. I'm thankful. This has been a long day. I have gotten a lot done. I think I was a little bit overzealous in the beginning because I thought I would do a lot more, like get into another space in my home. But that is not going to happen today. This took me all day to get done, and I am tired, and so I definitely will not be starting another place, not today, but I do still have to do my upstairs in my home. I have to do my bedroom, so yeah, lots more to come. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not currently subscribed to my channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. And if you hit that post notification bell, you'll be notified each time I upload videos. And if you are a returning family member, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that I see you all over here on my next one. Now, coming up is going to be my evening vibes. I hope that you enjoy, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Cause I got these mouths to feed. Then I think about where I've been, and I must believe that if he did it, he'll do it again. God has been too good to me.